Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it is the end of May 2022 and I am here to show you what I colored for this month. So let's just go ahead and get started with these mini books. So I didn't color as much as I typically do, I think because I actually did quite a bit of coloring off camera, just practicing some different techniques. And so, yeah, that pretty much kept me busy. But now you probably just saw this book for some reason is getting a lot of playtime here because I just did a flip through that was a requested video, and also it was in my coloring book haul for the month of May. So I'll just quickly show you my latest coloring in it, which is this page right here. It's the Sleepy Star Fairy. And yeah, I just, there's a video for this page up on my channel. And so for this page, I used Ohuhu markers as a base, the Ohuhu alcohol markers, and colored over the top with Prismacolors. And then I used distress crayons for the background, and a little bit of stickles and some Tule art pens for this page. It turned out really cute. So yes, I have a video for this page if you're interested. Actually, almost all of these pages will have videos for them. So let me go ahead and set these aside here. Okay, so the work that I did in the Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls by Hannah Lynn was just practicing with my Ohuhu alcohol markers. I'll show you quickly. They're not really that good. I was trying to practice shading and I was using the blending marker on this and it just kind of all went downhill. But it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was okay. But yeah, I think this was my first time trying to color with the alcohol markers, with, you know, trying to blend skin and hair. Yeah, we'll just move on. This one was a little bit better. I wasn't trying so hard with blending the skin colors. I just laid down the light color and then just went around the edges a little bit to show a hint of shadow and shading with a little bit darker skin tone. And that seemed to work out much, much better. Yeah, this one actually, it turned out really cute. I'm kind of happy with it. Yeah. So I just did those two pages in this little Hannah Lynn pocket-sized book. So those were off camera. This next one was definitely a video on my channel. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I didn't mark it. It's the Mermaid double page spread. Oh goodness. There we go. It's the Mermaid double page spread, and there's a two-part video for this up on my YouTube channel. And yeah, I was really proud of this one. It turned out so beautiful. It's so colorful, and I don't know if you can see the glitter. I put a glitter acrylic paint over the top in a few areas. Did a little bit of stickles. The background is in watercolor, and I went with I think a distress ink around the edge just to create just a little bit more depth to the picture here. Yeah, so Prismacolors for her skin and pretty much everything. And then accents with the Tule art, paint pens, and Posca. Yeah, this one turned out really nice. Really happy with it. Okay, and the next one, another mermaid page for Mermaid. And it was the only page I did in this book. So I'm going to have to do, I really like this book. It's Magical Mermaids by Meredith Dillman. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if I mentioned. This one, this was Daydreams. The mermaid in this page was, or in this book was Daydreams by Hannah Carlson. Yeah, I did my first mermaid page for May out of Magical Mermaids here, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous book. I love it. And this one, oops, I did the background. Actually, I did a whole base layer with the background and the moon and the water in my, was it Ohuhus? I think it was. I know it was alcohol markers. I'm pretty sure it was my Ohuhu alcohol markers. I then used Prismacolors for all of the mermaid here and the moon. And I used, oh, that's right, I used oil, my Mungio, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, the oil pastels as an overlay for the water, and I think also for the background. And then I used white acrylic paint for the spray here, and diluted white acrylic paint with a sponge for the clouds in the background. And yeah, this one, I have to admit, this turned out way better than I thought for being Create Space paper. So I hope to do more of these pages with a similar technique, because I was really happy with how this one turned out. It's just beautiful. So yeah. Okay. And the next one is Kirby Roseanne's Imagimorphia, and I did the underwater tree. And this one I also used the oil pastels. They're a water-soluble oil pastel, but I have yet to use them on a coloring page with water. So far, I've just been using them dry and blending them with a sponge, like a finger sponge. So what I did here was I used Derwent ink tints all over and the background. And the Derwent ink tints didn't really turn out that well for the background, but it did provide a pretty good base layer that I went over with those oil pastels. And so yeah, lots of Posca pen and Tule art pens for the accents and outlining all around on this page. And this one turned out really well too. Very colorful, just like the mermaid one. So I didn't use any glitter or stickles or anything on this page. I kind of felt like, you know, there was already enough going on. It didn't really need it. So yeah. And then the next is another Kirby Roseanne's page. It was the Centaur page, and another double page spread. And this one I used watercolors for the background. There's also a video for this one on my channel. And yeah, watercolor background. I used ink tints. It took me a minute to remember. It was only like a week ago. So ink tints all over. It was the first time I've done ink tints with skin, but I only just used one color of the ink tints for the skin, and then the rest is Prismacolors. So pretty much I did the whole thing with exception to the background in Inktense, and then went over the top of those with my Prismacolors. And that technique seems to really work for me. I like it, and I think I get pretty good results using that technique. So yeah, this page I also used Tuliart pens, a little bit of stickles in the butterflies and the dragonfly. I didn't want to put too much glitter in here, and I thought the little bugs would be good enough for the stickles. But yeah, this one was really fun to do. I actually had a pretty good time doing this one. And yeah, I like it. It turned out really nice. Okay, and just one more page. Man, I didn't really do that much, I guess. Now, this one I did off camera. And the reason why is, well, there's a couple reasons. The first reason is I wanted to experiment with other pencils. I know I didn't use my Prismacolors on this one. I actually used my Spearer Farbens. I've had them for quite a while, but I just really haven't bothered to use them too much. But yeah, so the book is Mysteria by Anastasia Caldereva. And so the second reason why I decided to just go ahead and do this one off camera was because I noticed that on some of the other color alongs that I did for Anastasia Caldereva books, I didn't seem to have too much interest in those books. The views were really low, and which is, you know, that's fine. I think it's because maybe these books are hard to get now. Now they're really hard to get. And, you know, you could, for a long time, you could only get them on Etsy, at least here in the US. And they weren't very cheap. They were actually pretty expensive. I got this one as a Christmas gift a few years ago. I think 3 Christmases ago or something. But anyway, maybe that's why people weren't very interested to see those videos. But she's actually one of my favorite artists, so I really enjoy doing these illustrations. So yeah, with this page, I wanted to practice my Spearer Farbens, and I'm actually very happy with how it's turned out so far. This is one of those, or Anastasia Caldereva's books are one of those books that I feel that I can get really detailed with the hair and the skin. I like to spend a lot of time kind of perfecting the page, and I'm really happy with how this one worked out. So far, so good. It's a work in progress, but I will continue working on it through the next week or two, depending on how much time I have. But yeah, oh, one other picture I just remembered from Daydreams. I had that one that was a work in progress, that was a forgotten work in progress. So it was the Lilies and Dragonfly. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is, right here. Yeah, the Lilies and Dragonflies. So this was one that I had started a few years ago, and I didn't like how it was going. And yeah, I finally got around to finishing it. It was Neo colors and a little bit of Prismacolors and some stickles and Posca. So yeah, it was pretty simple. It wasn't super involved. And I do have a video for me finishing this page up on my channel as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out too. It ended up turning out okay. So I'm glad I went back and finished it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the month of May. I meant to get to at least one more mermaid video, but oh well. Like I said in my coloring book haul, you can always do mermaids all year round. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed these pictures, and if you want to see the color along, they're up on my channel. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.